you want to conduct a diverse range of contact methods. Don't just send an email blast. Or you need to call people. You need to text people. You need to build personal relationships with journalists. You need to show that you're worthy of, your cover. You're putting out newsworthy content, and that means that, and you don't want to, cry wolf too many times in terms of media advisories, right? If you send them something multiple times a week, and most of it is just a statement, that may or may not be applicable to, current events or what they're working on, or may not be, an actual, sizable thing that you're doing. If you're just spamming them, they're going to set you to spam, right? So you need to make sure when you're reaching out to journalists, you're doing it when you're trying to get into the traditional media, to the hard media, to newspapers, to TV, to radio. That kind of radio is a little different, but newspapers and TV especially, you need to make sure that you're, for lack of a better term, even though it's awful, providing value for them to cover. Things that they want to actually talk about. So you want to make sure you're doing that, and you want to make sure that your list is a living, evolving list. You never want to stop building, right? You can have a great list, but if you leave it alone for 2 years, you're going to find, especially in smaller media markets, or probably even more in big, because I'd imagine people move, but between stations, but the journalists aren't going to be the same. The contacts aren't going to be the same. The podcast that was really influential, to local politics 2 years ago is gone because the guy got loaded and dropped it. So you need to make sure you're always following, you're always updating, you're always, and don't just have the contacts, put notes and things like that, so you know about what you know who you're talking to.